Let's ask syndicated columnist Ann Coulter, who's in Florida tonight. Kirsten Powers here with me in New York. And in D.C., the newest member of the Fox News team, Tucker Carlson, joins us. Tucker, we'll do it ladies first. You're the newest guy on board. So do you think there was some substance to the president's message of reconciliation and civility?
Well, I always give a man credit for addressing his enemies directly, his opponents directly, and he did that. But the substance of what he said meant nothing. I mean, first of all, if you're going to use fair-minded words, you'll throw out the terms pro-choice and pro-life, which mean nothing. It's not a debate about life or choice. It's a debate about legal abortion. Are you for it or are you against it? So we would start there. But this is look, you need to recognize that people who are opposed to abortion sincerely believe it's the taking of a life. They think Obama is abetting murder. That's their sincere belief. So his message that, oh, calm down, it's not such a big deal, let's use civility and kind tones when we talk about it, is absurd. He's talking to people who believe he is killing children. So it's not going to be civil by definition.
And yet, Kirsten, what Tucker says obviously is true, but it is there is a political component who gets put on the Supreme Court. Largely, the political parties are being defined by it. Certainly, the people who are pro-choice don't think of it as murder. But is Tucker essentially right that the divide is so profound that there's no bridging it, and they never should have had Obama there in the first place?
No, I don't agree with that. I don't think that. I think I'm certainly not one of those liberals that will sit here and tell you that abortion isn't a big deal or that it isn't a taking of a life. I actually think that it is, and I think the thing that he alluded to there is an important thing, that too often liberals will deride people who are against abortion as just a right-wing fanatic, and there are people who are sincerely against it and have sincere problems with it. A lot of those people, however, did vote for Obama. A lot of them think that he will be somebody who can at least try to approach this debate in a different way, and this is something that I think will be sort of changed very slowly. And any kind of move forward, even if it's just in civility, even if it's just in terms used, that is progress. It may be tiny progress, and it may not be as fast as some people want, but I think even if he can change that, that will be a move forward. And
I thought of you when I saw the president's remarks at Notre Dame Live and saw the standing ovation, and I thought that, oh my goodness, the hair must be standing up on the back of her neck. Did you react that way? Are you appalled that so many of the students at the probably top Catholic university, certainly in the New World, gave him such a gracious and warm welcome?
Yeah, that I think is the only thing I disagree with Tucker on. I don't think he was speaking to people who have any objections to abortion. I think more interesting than watching Obama give a speech for graduation, they should have had the administrators of Notre Dame on stage taking a polygraph test on whether they believe in God. Apparently being a professor at a chic Catholic university is a good gig, and you're respected and you get paid well. But no, I don't believe these people are serious, genuine, practicing Catholics. And the one true Catholic, or the few true Catholics, or Christians anyway, in the audience, were the hecklers.
And yet,
it's the first time I think I've ever seen a heckler who was heckling against the mob as opposed to heckling with the mob.
What's interesting, though, of course, is that when George Bush spoke there, who, as we know, was a voracious user of the death penalty, probably killed more people as governor than anybody in that time, there were no complaints from Christians like Anne against, even though it's the Catholic, Catholic Church has a very clear opposition to that.
What about that,
Anne? Well, Christians don't have a problem with
the Catholic
Church. Some may or some may not. The Catholic Church does. And even the Catholic Church doesn't put the death penalty on a par with abortion. Abortion is something you are always killing an innocent baby.
But they oppose it, Anne. I mean, they oppose it, and he spoke at Notre Dame.
Well, okay, but there are different levels of opposing it.
Yeah, I understand that, but they still oppose it. They still think it's wrong, and they still
Tucker, do you believe
there's a big difference in even the Catholic Church's teaching, and this is a Catholic university. There is no
This is why people think the Christian right are hypocrites. I mean, this is it right here. This is why the people think the Christian right are hypocrites, because they only choose certain things when it happens to fit with their idea.
Wait a second, I just want to really concentrate on this point you're making. So Christians are hypocrites because they distinguish between an innocent baby. I'm answering your points here. Okay, right-wing Christians distinguish between a baby sleeping innocently in its mother's womb and a convicted child molester murder.
No,
that's what the big
I'm just telling you what the Catholic Church teaches and what's going. And we're complaining about that. This is a Catholic university. That's what this debate is about.
All right, Tucker. Here's the question. You can answer it on the other side. I'm going to get this question to Tucker if it kills me. Do you think abortion will essentially, or does essentially, define the two political parties? Is one party pro-abortion in your words, and the other anti? Is that what distinguishes Republicans from Democrats? That's the question.
Yes,
Tucker Carlson. Oh, that's a quick answer. That's good. So I don't have to give you that.
That's a really smart. You boiled it right down, because it's, first of all, the issue itself is inherently meaningful and fraught. But more than that, it's a stand-in for lots of other issues, for cultural issues, religious issues. Yes, it's the one significant point that separates the parties. Okay. If not that, what does separate them? Nothing.
All right, so that I think buttons up this discussion. It is irreconcilable. Republicans go one way, Democrats another. Of course, there are crossovers, and I applaud those people who aren't, defining themselves by one issue. But that's just me. Coming up.